Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 14, something new. Open up with Giovanni from Trend Up Store. How's it going?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Trend Up Store. I've been there a couple times. Clothing store, right?
Yep.
How did that all get started?
Yikes. Well,
Just jump right into it.
okay. Well, the idea came from, I used to live in New York.
Okay.
I was there from like 98 until 2009.
Okay. Are you originally from Buffalo?
Yeah, originally from here.
Okay.
I just kind of moved out there when I was 17. Long story. That's a different story. But and then when I lived in New York, one of my side jobs working for a fashion designer named Paul LeBron.
Okay.
He had his own store on Orchard in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So he designed most of the stuff and also did like parties, fashion shows and whatnot. And then as a side hustle, because only that was like a part-time job. So as a side gig, I applied for this position I saw on Craigslist, looking for party promoters.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the interview, they were like, "Do you know models and stuff?" I'm like, "Yes, I work for a designer." They're like, "Okay, you're hired."
Right. I was like,
So,
yes, I do.
It was like all I'm meant to be. I was like, "Okay."
Right.
Now, mind you, prior I was into fashion, but I really wasn't like a fashion guy type thing until I started working for this guy.
Right.
And doing party scenes. And I started doing like fashion shows at major clubs like Status Quo, China Club, right in Midtown Manhattan, utilizing his clientele and just making my own clientele from it.
Right.
So that kind of inspired me to do fashion. And when I came back to Buffalo in 2009, just for vacation, I'm staying because cost of living is like so cheap here. So
Right.
I had to stay.
Right.
And I started volunteering for other people doing fashion shows in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought about it. Everyone liked my style, but I kept going back to the city in order to buy stuff for myself.
Right.
I couldn't shop here.
Right.
Like I'll try Elmwood, and at the time Elmwood didn't have much. Galleria was just pretty much where you find everybody else would have everywhere else.
Right.
So I thought, I want my own store,
Mm-hmm.
and Buffalo needs it.
Right.
So I started saving up money, and then eventually just found a spot downtown, Market Arcade. That's our first spot.
Okay.
And then opened up 2016
Nice.
in March.
Nice.
And then I was there for 2 years, and then in May of 2018 moved over to Allen Street, where I am now.
Gotcha.
And I share space with Miss Eye Candy.
Say again?
I share space with Miss Eye Candy Boutique.
Okay.
She used to be on Utica and Elmwood for 7 years. She saw my stat one day looking for a new location. She's like, "Well, I'm looking for a new location too. Do you want to collaborate?" I was like, after looking at the rents, yes.
Right.
So we were looking for a space. She was driving around town. I was on Craigslist and all these other websites online every single day. Like, come on, I got to find a spot. It's cheap, good location.
Right.
But I do want Allen Street. That was my number one choice. So when our space became available, she found it. I was like, yes, we need to get that.
Yeah.
We didn't even see it yet. I'm like, we need that space.
Right.
So she calls landlord. Landlord's like, I didn't get the key back from the previous tenant. I'm like, well, we need to see that because we want to move out our old spaces now.
Right.
So the next day she calls landlord. We look in there. It looks small from the outside. We walk in. It's huge. And we're both like, we need this.
Yeah.
So that was our story.
Nice. Does she operate in the same space or like upstairs or something?
She's in the same space I am.
Okay.
So it looks like one big shop.
Right.
But if you notice, the one wall is all men's stuff. And the other side is women's.
Right.
So the women's is hers and the men's is mine.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we made it look like one big store.
Right.
So if it's my day off, like right now she's there running the store. If I had a sale, she'll ring it up for me, let me know, and vice versa.
Gotcha. Okay.
This way we can be open every day and then take turns.
Yeah.
It's like a teamwork effort.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have your own line too?
Me, no. Everyone asks me that.
Okay.
I'm not a designer, at least not yet.
Okay. Is that something you aspire to be?
I thought about it, but I don't know how to do it. It's I'm more of like, I'll see something, I want to get it, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Versus creating it.
Okay. Okay.
Just easier for me.
Yeah. What are some of the brands that you host in there?
Oh, currently we have like Kilo, Profound Aesthetic, which I'm wearing now. I had to borrow some stuff from the store.
Is that the one that I said, oh, is this from Buffalo? And you're like, no.
No. It might have been. Yeah. It was like a nylon type material.
It was like a hoodie, I think. And it said Profound on it.
Yeah, that's the same brand I'm wearing. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, it's a nice shirt.
Thank you. We do carry a Buffalo brand. We got Gawaji. They're from Buffalo. That's the only brand we got made locally.
Right.
And then we do have a Buffalo connection with the book bags, like these ones. These are designed by a guy from Buffalo named Tony the Stitch Doctor. So we got a bunch of these duffel bags that match it. It's like eco-friendly alligator skin.
That's on fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
Only like $140. Duffel bags that match it are like $170.
Yeah,
you can host that for $250.
I love backpacks.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
Michael Kors thing.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah.
a little something. But that's
Well, come and
cool.
shop. Yeah, we
Yeah, I
got
definitely
that.
got to get one.
Yeah, I got that kind. I got like a gold one, orange, blue,
Orange,
and
blue.
mustard, and more stuff coming in soon.
Okay, like
For
different colors in that.
Oh yeah, I know they got like different materials too. Those are coming in soon.
Okay.
I can't say too much 'cause I don't know what we got
Oh
yet.
yeah, definitely, definitely. More things
We'll
on the
switch
way
it up.
though. More
Yes,
things on the way.
always.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, but besides those two, we also carry Cooper 9 from LA.
Okay.
They're actually known for making stuff actually made in US,
Mm-hmm.
so not like overseas like most people are.
Right.
So it's actually made in US. We also got, trying to think what else we got. Blank State,
Mm-hmm.
there's a new one, and Conus. Those
Mhm.
are both Hype Beast brands,
Okay.
but low key.
Yeah.
So we got some of those, and they also switch stuff up once in a while too. So I might not carry one brand next season, but I'll carry something brand new and just switch it.
Right. Got you. What are some of your best sellers in there?
Right now, the Profound.
The Profound.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a cross between like tech wear and urban streetwear,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more like street style, like urban contemporary.
Gotcha. Let's get back to some of like your inspirations for like even doing this stuff. Like, who were some of your designers that you looked up to when you were like? Because you said you were in the fashion, but not that much until you met
Yeah.
the guy who kind of like put you on out there in New York.
Oh yeah. I've always liked like Sean John, Fubu back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
like all those like streetwear type things. Dapper Dan,
Yeah. Yeah.
all them.
Gotcha.
So I was always into like the that kind of style, like the New York style.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to collect Vibe magazine back in the day. From
Okay.
38, back in the 90s, I was always collecting those, and the ads in the fashion sections were my favorite.
Right.
And I was always trying to dress like that, even in high school. I would want to stand out.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did you go to high school?
Tonawanda.
Tonawanda.
Yep.
Okay.
So I definitely stood out.
Right. Right. Yeah, for sure. And
They were-
I don't even know the time period back then, but I'm sure like
it's
even still
khakis
now
and
today.
plain shirts. That's all they wore.
Right.
Here I am with my Carl Kanai jean jacket and baggy pants, like I'm from the West Side.
Right.
Hey, I stick right out.
Coming through killing shit.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So you brought something with you.
Oh
What
yeah.
is this here.
It's called Sweet and Sassy.
Sweet and Sassy. Okay. I
They
like
did
the
a-
name already.
I know they're trying to change the name, so pretty much it's 3 S's.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do a pop-up shop, they want people to like make up their own 3 S's.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to make one up, but it's still good.
Super sweet and sassy.
Yeah, they're made in Buffalo too.
These are the super Son Scotties.
Hmm They will mess you up, but they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's take a look at some.
yeah. This one is, it says Caution, Crown Apple, adult beverage. This one, the label fell off, but I know it's good because I picked it out.
So this is, let me
So,
see.
Yeah,
And this is a
it's
Buffalo
like a,
brand.
yeah. They've been around for 3 years, and they do different venues. Like they did our venue last weekend, Miss Eye
Mhm.
Candy Trend Up.
Yeah.
And then the same day they did at 11
Mm.
over on Main Street. And they do like weddings, parties, functions, everything. It's like a
Gotcha.
portable bar.
Oh, okay.
They just bring the drinks already made. And they also had a sample. It was like sangria,
Mm-hmm.
but they said it was pure alcohol.
Yeah.
So good.
Let's try this thing.
Yeah,
You gonna have any?
sure.
You're only the second guest to bring something cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
No, I
the
thought I
first
gotta bring it.
one was John Quellis. He brought me a Fiji water.
Oh,
Now
yeah?
you're bringing some the drink. So
Figured
something
why
up.
not?
something new. I said something up.
Yeah.
The Cross. Oh, the
Yes.
Cross brand. All right, let's see.
All right.
Damn, that tastes like candy.
Ain't it good?
Holy shit.
It does say caution, so I don't
That's
know.
extremely dangerous. Like, it's funny because like I was thinking you would like taste the alcohol or like feel some type of burn. There's zero,
I know. That's like,
and it literally tastes like a melted candy.
doesn't it?
Damn.
That's how I know it's like going to hit you eventually. If you want more, go for it.
Right. Yeah. I'll definitely get some more of that. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't stop drinking it. That's why I got like buzzed last week. I'm like, oh no.
Right. Yeah, that's wild. You said you had the Henny one, right?
I did. It was good.
Do you like Hennessy?
I do.
Like by itself?
Yeah, I'll do a shot here and there, not too much.
Yeah, yeah. So I used to like Hennessy. I like pure white Hennessy now.
Yeah.
That you can't buy here. So when it comes around, cool. Shout out to Cameron for letting me buy that off of him. He'll never see this because I
No.
don't know if he watches this. But no, Hennessy is just like, I drank a lot of it recently, and I feel like it's like run its course. Like I don't like it anymore. It
No,
just,
over
like
it.
that cognac is gross to me. Do say, however, shout out to Hove. I'll have some of that, or I'll have some like Grand Marnier, which
Do you have it
I
there?
don't have any. I had some. That was my favorite drink at one point, but I
Yeah.
overdid it once and couldn't smell it for like 6 months. So
Over it too much.
Yeah.
I switch. I do like Jack and Coke here and there,
Mm.
rum and Coke, martinis,
Mhm.
margaritas.
Is that some of your favorite stuff?
They
Like,
are.
what's your favorite liquor?
Right now, I like Captain Morgan.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no. What am I thinking? Jack and Coke.
Mhm.
That one.
Got you.
Yep.
And before we started, excuse me,
I'll go for it. Yeah.
you you told me you used to do a podcast. You were on weekly at one
Yep.
point, and it's still going on.
Still going
you wanna
strong.
talk about that a little bit?
Sure. It's called The Do Dirty Show. Shout out to DJ Baker and Eric Parker, who are still doing it today.
And that's out in New York, right?
New York, yep.
Okay.
When I lived out there, I used to help them do the weekly podcast show.
Mm-hmm.
We would go to this place called Cozy over on 7th and Broadway, and we would drink wine. They served it, though. We didn't bring it. They would serve it. We'd get
Right.
that, some breakfast sandwiches, and just talk
Nice.
about celebrities.
Got you.
Sort of like Wendy Williams, before Wendy Williams had her own
Okay.
TV show.
Okay. Word.
Talk about celebrities out there that we don't know and people that in the New York area,
Mhm.
upcoming artists and all that. So like what you do, you talk with the artists and stuff. That's
Right.
what we did.
Okay. Cool.
And before they came up, we would talk about people and talk about, they would ask them questions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Is that on YouTube or?
It's a show. It's like Do Dirty Show. You have to Google it, like podcast radio.
Okay, so it's probably on like Spotify and stuff. Then.
Yep.
Got
And he definitely has like a Instagram and Facebook page
Mm-hmm.
called DJ Baker or Do Dirty Show.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll put a link in the description for that. And then also, of course, you have a website?
I do. It's trendupstore.com.
Perfectly. All right, this thing is starting to kick in already. What the?
Damn, you're lightweight.
Yeah, right. I don't drink. I don't come from a line of drinkers. We
Yikes.
smoke. Yeah, well, I don't smoke anymore. So
420. Love it.
yeah, 420 blaze it. No.
Yep. So I can't smoke that much. I get like paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
So I smoke once in a while with other people.
Yeah,
Never alone.
that's the bad thing. It's like sometimes it can cause like really bad paranoia,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're like doing something you're not supposed to be doing and
Yeah.
you're smoking.
Or I'm out in
Yeah.
public, I get paranoid. Like, oh no, they're gonna know.
Right.
If I'm at someone's house, yeah. If I'm in a house or a car, or whatever, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. So for Trend Up, what's the main goal at the end of the day for that store? Do you want to elevate it to something higher, or do you like Allen where it's at and you just want to keep that low key spot?
I do like Allen, but I would love to have it extend.
Mhm.
Like I'd love to have a second and third location eventually. Doesn't have to be in the States. I wanted to go like overseas.
Okay.
Like I love London, France, and all that, even Canada.
Yeah. And have like a boutique section or
Yeah, like
yeah,
a boutique.
That's fucking me
Yep,
up.
yep, yep. Okay,
And
you're
I
done.
literally didn't even.
Need some water. Just get your Starbucks.
Hey man, what the hell is going on? What did you give me?
I don't know. They just gave it
Poison
to
in
me.
that?
I'm fine.
But no, that's cool. You're thinking about expansion. Do you have
Yeah.
a timetable on that at all, or just when it happens?
Just winging it.
Got you.
Because right now, since we moved locations, it's sort of like starting over again.
Right, and it's only been a couple years.
Yeah,
2018 is when you got there.
Yeah, under 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And plus, construction didn't help on Allen, and we got more coming this season.
Right. Yeah. For a while, that whole street was blocked off.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
do remember
then
that.
It's going to happen again this spring.
I was
Hopefully,
gonna
it's
say it
done
doesn't
before.
look like they're done with it.
No. It's never ending. They're still working on the corner now. And then I think by March, they'll come back and they already did the underground portion, thank
Mhm.
God. Now they got to come back and dig up the sidewalk in the street. And then hopefully it's all done before June, which is the Allentown Art Festival,
Right.
which happens right outside our door.
Right. Okay.
And that's like our best weekend because it's like so many people right
I'm
there.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they better be done.
Have you ever been to like fashion shows or anything like that?
All the time.
Besides the ones that you mentioned before when you were in New York City, like have you gone to the big ones like Art Basel and Basel? How
Not
do you
those
say
ones.
that? Is it
Basil?
Basil?
Basil? Right?
Basil? Art Basel? Okay. Whatever. Art B.
No. But I've done.
Shout out to Art B though. He's a reference. I forgot.
It's the booze.
Yeah, right. There's always somebody with a name that you might say in just passing.
And
just
say
like-
it totally wrong. It's
Yeah,
like, I thought I was
right.
saying it right.
Right. No.
No,
but
I've
yeah,
done. I had the big one in Buffalo. I'd done like Color the Runway at Lafayette.
And that's called, what is that?
Color the Runway.
Color the Runway?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think it's going on anymore, but that was a big one. That was a fundraiser for Roswell Park.
Hmm.
So I did that every year for 3 years.
Okay.
I also took part in Miami Nights, over at Buffalo Riverworks downtown.
Okay.
It's like the all white affair party. I wear all white.
Oh, gotcha.
Summertime party.
Right, right.
So I've done that since 2016, except for 2017. Took a time off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's a big fun event.
Yeah. Have you done like New York Fashion Week or?
I wish.
Yeah.
I've been there during those times, but I'd never been to like the Mercedes-Benz, a huge one.
Right.
Although Buffalo had one, I think 2014 or 15.
Oh, really?
I remember those. It was on for a few years.
I can't lie and say I do remember it, but I feel like one of my friends was really into fashion, and they were like, "Yo, something huge." It might have been that. I'm not sure.
It was like a week of fair, and it was different venues. And I volunteered at the Mansion. It was a small boutique one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Snooty Fox had one. It was like a military theme. And the huge event, the final finale, was at Statler City.
Okay.
It was like fashion festival. You started in the main ballroom, then you went downstairs for swimwear, and it was vendors. It was like it was like, oh my God, this is Buffalo.
Yeah.
And they stopped.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They need to bring it back.
That sucks.
Somebody.
Maybe you should bring it back.
That's too much work.
Yeah. Get some partners, man.
I don't know. Somebody out there, come on, let's do this.
Yeah, right. Hit them up, man.
I know, we need it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I was never one huge into fashion, so I can't really.
That was crazy.
Say
They had
like,
people dressed in like garbage bags. It was like very New York. Like,
oh yeah, no.
It's stuff that it was like out town and local all mixed in. It was like
I'll be sitting
so
there
crazy.
laughing.
No, it was fun though.
Like, you really came here in a garbage bag.
No, they didn't come in. That's how they won the runway.
No,
it was like the stuff you saw on TV.
Okay. That's so weird. But you would never wear that.
No, it's more for art.
Okay.
It's like you might not wear it every day, but you might wear it to a special event, social gathering. Okay. That kind of thing. But overall, some fashion designers, they'll do something just for the art.
Gotcha.
They're not going to wear it out.
Gotcha.
But,
okay.
You know.
See, this whole time, like, why I thought, like, high fashion stuff was weird was because, like, I thought people were wearing that gaudy shit.
Not all the time.
And I was like, yo, Europe's probably crazy. Like, wherever, like, the rich people live, they're wearing fucking giant, like, shoulder pads, look like Gundams.
Just have parties just to dress up.
Got you.
Yes.
Damn. I'm so ignorant to this.
You're learning.
All I do is write rhymes and do this.
No, probably. I'm still learning stuff too.
Man, that's crazy. Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. So like Lady Gaga wearing the meat suit.
Yes.
That was supposed to be art. Or was it just her like?
I don't get Gaga. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess so, because she did make a lot of press on that.
Oh, for sure.
So that's definitely what her attentions probably were.
She also had that perfume that smelled like blood and semen. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to smell that.
No, I never want to smell that. I'm extra good on smelling that.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know who's buying that.
Yeah, right. It's for the art.
I don't know. Is that still around?
I would know. I think she sold at Macy's actually.
Oh, really?
Which kind of like makes me look at Macy's like, guys,
like really Macy's?
What are you doing?
They're desperate.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No.
Ugh. So, talk about some of your like some things people wouldn't know about you, like your, I don't know, maybe like your upbringing or like things you like to do in general. That's not fashion related.
I like photography.
Okay.
I actually just got a Canon camera, so I started taking pictures.
What kind?
Like what kind of pictures?
No, what kind of camera? I used to sell them. That's why.
Canon, I don't know.
The Canon.
Big one.
Okay. Like that.
Something like that, but a little smaller than that.
Okay.
I heard it was a good one from other people who do photography.
I only asked because I used to sell Canon at Best Buy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was a Canon expert.
I should have brought it. You can look at it. But
yeah. They're cool. Whatever. Yeah. It's fine. But yeah, Canon, good choice.
Thank you. I was told that before. So
absolutely, yeah. The colors are beautiful on it.
They are.
They are.
I use it mostly for social media for the page, but then I want to do extra stuff with it too.
Gotcha.
And my very first taste of photography, I took a course in 2000. Actually at SEPA Gallery in downtown Buffalo.
Okay.
Before digital. This is how far back we're going.
Right. So you were in the dark room.
We were.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did a little bit of that too. So like a lot of people like to be like, "Oh, you new photographers don't know anything," and I don't claim myself to be a photographer. Malik will tell you that we had a whole conversation.
Yeah.
I do not claim myself to be some great photographer. I can take good pictures, and that's about it. But my talents lie other places.
Yeah.
But I did do darkroom.
And
it was a great experience. It was like therapy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I like how you can learn stuff with that. Like how to make it bigger and smaller.
Yeah, with the enlarger and stuff like that. Yeah. It's definitely a process.
It
Work
is.
with the chemicals and all that stuff. It smells bad if you get it on your hands.
I know.
Yeah.
Getting a locked the door, don't let anybody in, don't
Right,
light in.
right. No light can seep in. It was
Yep.
nice though. On campus, we had one where it was like a maze to get to it. So if someone did open the door, it was fine because the light didn't bleed through the whole
Oh, you're
little
lucky.
weird maze thing. Yeah,
Yeah, the space we were in was just one big room like this. Someone opened the door.
and it's just
over.
destroyed.
Yep. Start over again.
Damn, I would be so pissed.
Yep.
Did that happen to you a lot?
No, never
No.
happened.
Oh, good.
Luckily, everybody in the class was there, and it was kind of like after hours, so nobody else should be coming in.
Right.
So it worked out. I don't think
Gotcha.
anybody ever opened the door on us.
Got you.
It was fun.
Okay.
And I used to take pictures. When I first went to New York when I was 17, I took a lot of pictures of the city to show
Mhm.
my friends in Buffalo.
Right.
And a lot of them were like, these look professional. I'm like, it's just outdoor pictures, regular
Mhm.
camera.
Right.
That's really what inspired me to take a course in photography
Got you.
and do all that.
Where did you go to college?
I actually didn't.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Word.
One thing about me, actually, not to tell people to do what I did, but here's my backstory. When I was 17, I was supposed to be in summer school, and I actually ran away from home, went to New York.
Really?
Yeah, so I actually left summer school, went out there, and I finished school in New York.
Oh wow.
Got my GED.
Wow.
So people ask me, what do you go to school for? To take business? I actually never did. I just learned from entrepreneurs.
Right.
When I came back to Buffalo, I made a lot of friends who own their own stores in Buffalo, mostly on Allen, Elmwood, downtown, and I also part-time wrote for Buffalo Rising,
Okay.
the website.
Yep.
So I'll do write-up for the store. That's another thing, too. What got me inspired for Trend Up was fashion in Buffalo. I would go to a store, like, let's say, Urban Threads in Elmwood, which ain't there no more.
Right.
I was kind of regular there, so I would pick up models that I found on MySpace, is how far back it was, or Craigslist, and we'll just do a photo shoot wearing their stuff somewhere in Buffalo to showcase you can wear this outfit downtown or this outfit in the park.
Gotcha.
And that kind of inspired me to do like write-ups and fashion here in Buffalo.
Gotcha.
That's another backstory. And then a lot of pictures I took myself too.
Good.
Yep, and styled them all up.
What kind of camera were you using back then?
Back then, those little silver digital ones.
Okay.
I just do it from home.
Just like a random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far back, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. No, I don't expect you to remember like what everything that you did. No, it's fine.
Yeah, so I did photography. I did write-up, styling.
Cool.
I'm trying to think what else. I do like music. I'm always listening to music. If you're ever in our store, it's never like quiet.
Right.
Unless I'm not there or just got in. So
what are some of your favorite musicians?
My favorite genre is old school hip hop.
Okay.
But
like
new
the boom bap stuff or?
Oh yeah, I love like the early '90s, mid '90s, my era. Like the Fugees and all them, Jay-Z.
Word. Yeah, Jay is my favorite rapper.
Good.
Like overall.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many hits, so long.
Yeah.
So all that. And then in the store, you'll hear like old school stuff most of the time or new stuff mixed in, remixes and all that.
Do you like any of the local guys?
Yes. Actually, speaking of that, Griselda, do you see them on TV last night?
Of course. That was huge.
I know.
Yeah.
And then Claire's right there on TV. Probably has no idea.
That's the crazy thing. That's the thing that tripped me out is Jimmy Kimmel sitting there with Claire's face in his
whole
hands.
time.
I'm just like, what the hell is
no
going
clue.
on? WWCD.
I know.
Griselda.
I love they mention that they sound like Wu-Tang because that's exactly what I told my friends. That's what they sound. That's what they remind me of. It's
They
like
do
the new
remind
Wu-Tang.
you, yeah.
It's that old school vibe mixed in.
Yeah, man.
Totally
They're definitely killing it right now.
They
Kicking
are.
the door way down.
They were in Paris Fashion Week. They're doing this covers of magazines.
Yep. That's
everything.
part of the reason why I asked if you've like been to like a fashion week. Is because those guys were just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big ones out there, I wish.
Paris is, across the pond, of course.
Yep.
But
I know.
Yeah.
That's one of the places I do want to visit. Not just for Fashion Week, just to visit.
Have you traveled around the world?
I wish.
Just New York?
I just got
really?
my passport like a month ago.
Oh, words. You're on your way then.
I'm
You're
almost
about
there.
to get that stamped up.
Almost took years to get it.
Right. Well, it's fine.
Yeah.
Things take time.
Because I'm always going to New York or Toronto, and it's like, well, I need new places to visit.
Right.
New York is just not the same New York. It's kind of boring now. But now I need new places to visit.
Right.
I want to go overseas. I want to go to London, Egypt, every place.
For sure.
Yeah.
Take some pictures.
Definitely.
Get ideas for fashion and stuff. Who knows? You might run into like a seamstress who's like, oh, I want to make your designs.
And we might work together. Who knows?
Yeah,
Networking.
exactly.
Networking.
It's huge.
Yes.
So tell me about when you ran away. That's kind of interesting. When you came back, were like they worried about you, or like, I'm sure they were.
Well,
And like, how are you received coming back?
Yikes.
That's the
Okay,
big
going
question.
deep in there. Okay,
For sure.
Barbara Walters here.
Open up.
Well, actually, my last year in Buffalo, like 16, 17, I ran away a lot.
Okay.
My parents and I didn't get along, so I was always living at friends' houses and whatnot.
Right.
And then I was I was living at a friend's house in Tonawanda. The mother actually threw me out because I wasn't going to summer school. She busted me. She went to the school to drop something off and found I wasn't there.
Right.
Told me, you gotta go back home. The rule was, you go to school, you can live here.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I can't go back there. So I went home for like a week. And I told my friend who was from Buffalo, went back to New York. He's like, well, I got a place if you want to stay. I was like, okay. And his sister worked for Greyhound and got a free ticket. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Yeah, went downtown, picked the ticket up. Only my best friend and my cousin knew where I was going. They kept it a secret for like a month.
Right.
And then one day I came back to the apartment, and the voice message, there was a long message from my mom, screaming, hollering. She thought I was kidnapped. Had to call her back, tell her no, like, I'm technically an adult now in Jersey, so that's where I lived, Jersey City. And don't want to go back home. Doing fine here, going to school, working full time.
That must have been pretty crazy.
It was. And then I came back for like a few years, and then we all reconciled. I forgot about it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's I never thought about running away, but I'm sure like a lot of people, like I know people who have run away.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty like jarring experience.
It is.
Yeah.
But happy thoughts. Come on, happy
Yeah,
thoughts.
you gotta do what you gotta do at some point. Like you went out there and you made connections that were, applicable to what you're doing now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't
Sometimes
regret
you
it.
gotta take a leap. But like you said, you don't
No.
Yeah, you don't
I don't regret it. If I never ran away, I'll never probably gone to New York. I probably was still in Buffalo and never know what it's like.
Right.
I'll probably go to visit, but I would never have made friendship out there and actually have like my own, what I call family out there. So now when I visit New York, I have a place to crash.
Right. So it all worked
So it's
out.
definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were out there, what are some like the crazier things you saw that was like polarizing from Buffalo?
Oh, yikes. So remember, it was 1998. It was a much different city back then.
Right. For sure.
Times Square still had porno shops in it. Subway, we still had the red trains back then. Meatpacking District was like Hooker Lane.
Really?
If you've been there now, it's like Prada, Gucci stores.
Right.
In those days, you didn't walk around at night.
Right, makes sense.
Brooklyn was different.
It wasn't gentrified like it is
No,
now.
it wasn't. It was scary. We tried to stay away from Brooklyn.
Right.
And one day, I was supposed to take the train to World Trade Center and transfer to Jersey. But of course, those announcements you don't hear, just I was like muffled and never heard the announcement. And I didn't know the subway system. So I thought, I'll just stay until the end because that's where I was supposed to go.
Right.
Well, it never went there. I ended up in Brooklyn. Now I'm nervous. I don't want to get off. I don't know where I'm going. I see Brooklyn Museum stop. I'm like, oh, crap. I'm stuck in Brooklyn. I'll just stay to the end. Look at the map. It's going this way. Now I'm stuck in East New York, Brooklyn. Now, if you know anything about New York, especially in the 90s, East Brooklyn was like the worst spot to be in.
Right.
Now we're above ground. I see nothing but graffiti everywhere and just weirdos getting on the train. It's not the same as it was in Manhattan.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to stay on and hopefully it goes back.
It did. It's a loop, yeah.
It did.
But after a long time, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while. So I got back. I was like so nervous. I'm like, I'm not getting off the train.
Yeah.
Another time, the first day in New York, I saw a grown man on the subway wearing nothing but a diaper. It was July, summertime.
What the fuck?
I'm the only one who saw. I told my friend, like, do you see this? He's like, oh, welcome to New York. I'm looking at everybody else. Everyone else is reading their paper or magazine, just nonchalant, just docile.
It's just everyday shit.
Just New York. I'm like, okay.
Well, I guess this is home now.
Yep. This is where I belong.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I saw tons of crazy stuff out there. Saw accidents. When I lived in Brooklyn, it was like Downing and Fulton Street. And it was like a little cross street right there. There's always accidents. I saw cars flipped over, fights all the time. I saw two grown men fighting with sticks in the middle of a rainstorm, tossing garbage cans at each other. I'm like, this is so like what you see in the movies.
What the fuck?
It was like downpour, like almost like a blizzard and rain. I was like, okay, and they're fighting.
Wow.
Just, oh well.
That's wild.
Yep.
So did you ever get to the World Trade Center to see it?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
How was that?
Wait, the Twin Towers or now?
Yeah, Twin Towers.
Yep, every day. My window in Jersey, I'd see it from my kitchen. And my day job at Jersey City Starbucks, it was right across the river. So I'd be able to see that every day.
Right.
So yeah, the day it happened, I was actually supposed to be in New York, but I was actually in Buffalo,
Mm.
and that was a horrible day.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking like, because it was just a year after Y2K.
Right.
So my dumbass is thinking, oh my God, this is what they predicted
It's
in
happening.
1999.
Yeah,
planes
right.
falling. That's the first thought
Right.
I
Yeah.
had.
True.
And they kept saying, more planes are flying, more planes are flying. I'm like, what the hell? Is it really happening? Y2K.
Mm-hmm.
Until I got to the office downtown where I was working at the time, and everyone's on the radio talking about terrorism. I'm like, this is crazy.
Right.
And I couldn't work with people. And at the time, I was working with travel and tourism. And I told my boss, I can't deal with people today. I can't.
Right.
The only thing on my mind is like, where are my friends at? What's everybody seeing from work down
Right.
there?
Yeah, that was a crazy time.
And when I went back to New York in 2003, I avoided the World Trade. I avoided Ground Zero until like 2007 when the train got stopped off there by mistake. And I was like, well, it's right across the street. Might as well see it.
Right.
And I just remember being angry that all these tourists are there taking pictures because you didn't see them back when the Twin Towers were there.
Right.
I was like, now it's a tourist attraction.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Terrible.
Unfortunate.
Moment. Yeah. I was in first grade.
Oh, you're young. Happened. I was 20.
Yeah. My parents came and got me out of school early because they thought it was like you. They thought it was going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember they evacuated all the buildings downtown Buffalo because they didn't know. Even Chicago, they thought Sears Tower was hit. That was rumor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a horrible day.
Yep. Yeah, I do remember them saying that they thought that was hit, but then the Pentagon got hit.
Yeah.
And now we see that it was a missile conspiracy theory.
That's
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Because like it was a plane, like there was no plane parts found, so it's weird.
But they were saying it disintegrated or everything fell down.
Yeah, but like, what?
I don't know. I don't trust the government, so I don't know.
Right, like
if it is,
what really is
up.
what happened? Like, who knows?
Hopefully it's not true, but then again, the government is kind of like.
Right.
You ever watch Scandal? Like.
No, I never
did.
Stuff. I never did watch it, but a lot of people say it's a good show.
Yeah, it makes you think like maybe the government is really like that.
Right. More than likely.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't trust them.
The
whole Trump situation, like they're finding all this stuff out.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, is it really true?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time we're living in nowadays.
Yeah. So I avoid politics.
Right. So you like photography, music?
Yep.
Anything else?
Writing.
Writing, okay.
You used to have a blog.
Right.
And Buffalo Rising, all that.
Do you still blog in your free time or?
Nah, not really. I've been slacking.
Do you still write at all?
Not really.
No?
No, mostly photography, listen to music.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Do you get into games at all?
Games, not really. Someone got me hooked on episodes. The app.
Yeah.
I tried it. I was like, oh, okay. And then I totally forgot about it. I'm slacking.
my ex is obsessed with that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
All the time.
It's weird, especially like phone games. Like I would start it and I was like, okay, something pops up like business wise. I get stuck on that. And I'm stuck on Instagram, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I get sidetracked.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
Do it.
I'm pretty addicted to the Star Wars game on the phone. It's called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Played it every day for I think 2 years straight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I haven't heard of it.
It's not healthy.
No, I bet. Although the other kind of games I used to love, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Never followed the directions, but I used to love driving around, beating people up. That was fun.
That's the funny thing about Grand Theft Auto. When I was a kid, I didn't know there was a story.
Yep.
I just knew like there was like letters on the map and you like could go to it, but you didn't have to. So I never went because like every time I'd go, it's like there'd be a cutscene. I was like, oh, what is this bullshit? I'm not doing this.
I don't want to do this.
I want to kill people on the street. Yeah, I'm gonna run up in this store and blast everyone with this cheat code that I got.
I want to drive fast and listen to music.
Yeah, right. Crazy times, man. That's not a game for kids.
It's not.
It's really not.
Because then you're in the car after hours of playing that, trying to do that. It's like, no.
Right, for you to like get in the car and you're just like,
it's like, come on. Luckily, somebody else is driving. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for me as a kid, like I wasn't driving back then.
No, I couldn't. Luckily, somebody else was driving. I was like, okay, this is safe.
Yeah, man. Working at Best Buy, I used to have parents come in and buy all those games for their kids, and they were small kids. I'm sitting there like,
are you sure,
Miss? Your kid is going wild in the store. You're gonna give him this to pacify him?
Make him worse.
I don't think that's a good idea. I never said that. It's like do what you want with your kids, but okay.
Yeah, do something crazy.
Right.
Blame yourself.
Yeah. One time I did tell a parent that she came in without her kid. And she's like, yeah, I'm looking for games for my kid. Oh, cool. How old is he? All the questions you ask and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, he's like 10. He likes Grand Theft Auto. He likes Call of Duty. He likes all these like super violent games.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, but I'm nervous about that. And I was like, yeah, ma'am, that's not really a game for kids. Like,
You should be nervous.
I was like, I wouldn't do it.
No.
Like, if you're asking me, I would get him like fucking Sonic or some shit, like some
Yeah.
kid stuff.
Exactly.
Not shoot prostitutes on the street, because that not
You
healthy.
don't need to be seeing that.
Yeah, right. Or maybe they do, because
know.
we don't have a lot of people doing that. I don't know.
know.
Get it out on games. Who knows really what goes on in people's minds at the end of the day?
They're not thinking. They don't care.
Right.
It's like, oh, he wants it. Okay, let's get it.
Right.
Just shut him up. Make it easier.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
Yep.
You into nature at all? Like
Nature.
walks and stuff like that?
I do like walking. As far as like the woods and all that, I'll take it at small doses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only ask because I just got into nature all the past year for real.
Yeah?
Like going to Letchworth a bunch. It's really peaceful out there. The air is crispy.
It is nice out there.
Yeah. You've been?
I've been once.
Okay.
I usually, my dad used to have a friend that owned land somewhere down there, like near
Okay.
Pennsylvania border.
Mm-hmm.
We go all the time.
Nice.
We go camping and sometimes like ATV riding and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It was like outdoor, indoor type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the huge ant piles, ant hills. Those are
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
And all those like little trails and stuff, finding deer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Now I'll go to like nature preserve, Tiff Farm.
Tip
all that
Farm,
stuff.
yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
down that way.
Yeah. We used to go there a lot as a class back in school. Tiff Farm, Penn Dixie,
Oh yeah.
excavation site, a lot of places. The Locks up in
Yep.
Lockport and stuff like that.
That's a nice area too.
Yeah, definitely. Got to get some pictures of that.
I do.
Yeah. So on your Instagram,
Yeah.
with your personal photography, do you have a separate page, or is it all in the Trend Up?
Oh, Trend Up is just Trend Up.
Okay.
And then my personal one is just Giovanni Centurione.
Okay.
I know I'm kind of slacking on that too. I've started lately doing more stories on there, even like the Facebook stories
Mhm.
and more stuff like what I do daily.
Yeah. That's good.
Because I know people love that stuff.
Yeah, get people invested and everything like that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like people that don't really like what's on your page, they'll follow your stories and like that.
Right.
But then again, I do that too.
Right.
It's just
so
easier.
you understand why. Like
Yep.
people get invested in you as like a character almost.
It is.
So that's why like I feel like that's the biggest thing that you can do as far as like getting yourself out there is to like continually make those stories. Like
That is
every
so
single
true.
day. I say that and I never do it.
I know it's hard because I forget. Like I'll be in a business one. It's like, okay, I went a whole day or two without being on my own. It's like, okay, time to go back on there.
Right.
But you're right though, because I learned that especially a business owner or anyone doing something, people want to know who that person is.
Right.
I'm learning that.
Mhm.
Originally when I first started the business, I wanted to be like a big corporate. I wanted to be bigger than what I was originally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was looking at like the dope brand, Macy's, and all those brands,
Right.
and you don't know who the CEO is. You just see the brand.
Right.
So when I first started, that's pretty much what I was doing, and people didn't know who I was. Like I'll say I'm Trend Up guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, you're not. No. I'm like, yes, I am.
Right.
And people want to know who I am.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why
Well,
we
they
do
might
this
not come to my
podcast.
store because they don't know who I am.
Right. That's why we do this podcast, is to get people to open up so people will know a
Yeah.
little bit more. You have like a good hour of content. Someone can go and like, who is that? Oh,
Yeah.
he likes photography and he's been to World Trade Center before it fell down.
Yep.
Ran away from home. Like,
Yeah, the bad
like
stuff.
everything. Yeah, right.
And we appreciate this too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad people appreciate it, because it's not the easiest work
I bet.
setting all this stuff up.
All the
Yeah.
equipment everywhere.
Yeah, like it looks easy because it's like you have this, the computer, these mics, a camera, and whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot more that goes into it.
I bet.
I won't bore you guys with the details.
That's a whole
of
different
that.
show.
Yeah, right. That's a whole nother show. So maybe someone get me on their podcast. I'll tell them about it. But
Yeah.
this is about you.
Okay.
So yeah. Are there any more business ventures you want to get into besides fashion, or is this like your lane for real?
It's the main one for now.
Okay,
I have other ideas, but I don't want to share it yet.
got you. All right,
Yep.
keep them on the hush.
Oh, yeah.
No one steals
You can't
them.
tell yet.
Right.
So it takes it.
Maybe make your own liquor. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. Can't.
Right. Shout out to those guys. They
Yeah, Sweet and Sassy.
the
But they're gonna
time,
change the name, I think, or just 3 S's.
right. 3 S's is kind of cool.
Yeah.
3 S's.
And they say go to the website. It's on Facebook, Sassy Sips,
Okay.
and pick out your own 3S names.
Right. We'll put that link in the description too.
Okay.
3 S's.
You want some more, by the way?
Yeah, we'll take some more actually.
Want to try
Thank
this
you.
one?
Yeah, let's try this one.
Let's see what that one is. It's a mystery one. All right, girl.
Yep.
It smell like? It smells good. It smells strong.
Yeah, it does smell strong.
A little bit.
You ever have a Jamaican orange?
No, but that sounds so good.
Yeah, it's real sweet, but it's huge.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
this giant green thing.
It's green orange?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what's fun? I never looked up the picture of it. My dad had them at his house. Let me see if it's supposed to be green.
I got a friend from Indonesia, and she'll bring like Indonesian foods,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so bizarre. They think like they would have like this banana that's like kind of really old and flat,
Mhm.
or it'd be like fried, and even fruits and stuff. It was like totally different fruits than what we're used to. It's like things to learn.
There's a lot of weird fruits out there.
There is.
There's this one called black sapote, whatever. But it tastes like chocolate pudding.
Really?
Yeah,
But it's not.
all black inside. It's a form of permission.
How weird.
Permissions are gross.
Ah. You know, some of the stuff she'll bring cause she used to be my neighbor in Market Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff was good. Some of it was like, oh no.
Yeah.
She had these cookies that look good, but when you tasted it, it was like,
Oh.
yeah, hopefully this isn't aired.
Yeah,
She might hear it.
right. It's like you didn't like my cookies, huh?
No.
No, I didn't. Sorry. Sorry you had to hear it this way.
No, I had to like put a napkin.
Yeah, they are supposed to be green.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I told somebody that, and they were like, green orange, just like you said. You're
Mhm.
like, are they supposed to be green? I was like, damn, never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, they are green. It's weird.
Yeah, different.
Here's a picture. I hope this doesn't fuck up the.
Oh, that just is that.
Yeah. This
Okay.
thing.
But the whole thing would be green.
Oh yeah, no, the inside.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
Oh, like,
No,
I don't know
yeah.
if I want to eat that.
I want to say, yeah, I don't think like anything green fruit wise is good to eat,
Yeah, but the skin, that's fine.
except for grapes.
Yeah.
But they're not green on the inside, are they? They're like
Green grapes, yeah.
clear. They
It's
are
like
green.
clear. Yeah.
Clear green.
I actually like the green ones better.
Yeah, that's like a oxymoron almost.
I know. The first time I had an olive, I thought it was a grape. I was so disappointed.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, you guys got grapes with little toothpicks?
Yeah.
I'll take this.
I was like, oh yeah. Because my dad always bought
Straight
grapes for me
oil.
when I was a kid. The different ones, the blueberry, whatever the color was, the red ones and the green ones.
Mhm.
I was at an Italian restaurant and they had grape, looked like the regular grapes. I was like, ooh, gorge into it. And like, this ain't the same thing.
Right.
I'm like, that's nasty.
That's like eating black jelly beans for the first time, thinking there's like some weird flavor you're about to have.
Yep.
It is, but it's
Mhm.
licorice, and it's like,
It's not what you expected.
oh,
Disappointment.
yeah, those are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool too. That one definitely tastes like alcohol.
It does. As soon as you open it, it smells it.
Yeah, yeah. I rock with the crown apple a little bit more.
Yeah, it's probably safer.
Yeah, right.
That's why I'm babysitting this one.
Mhm. As you see, I have no regard for myself.
You just chugged it. Okay.
Yeah. That's I told you we don't drink in my family, so we don't know how to.
Really?
No, it's me. When I say my family, it's me.
It's you. You're the oddball, lightweight.
Yeah,
Probably
right.
One-hit wonder.
Yeah, right. No, that's the funny thing is like I can drink beers. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you're two beer quitter or whatever." It's just like,
Mhm.
nah, I'll smash this whole 6-pack if you want for real,
Yeah.
and I'll be straight. But the liquor, the alcohol, like the big stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I get knocked the fuck out.
No, I started young. I was like underage in New York. Back then, they didn't check IDs.
Right. Oh,
So I was
really?
like 17 going to clubs back then.
Oh, wow.
Partying every night.
Wow.
It was great.
Nice. Getting lit.
Doing shots. Yeah, everything.
Right.
Yep.
How's the club scene? I've never been to a club in New York, but back then, kind of
It was fun.
Yeah.
Back then, it's a different culture today compared to back then because people danced in those days.
Right.
We go there to dance, sweat, take our clothes off. Now everyone just stands there and on their phone looking cool.
Yeah.
noticed
That's
that.
and that's why I don't like clubs. It's real corny to me.
Yeah, it's
You
not a
walk
club.
Some chicks are still in there. They're dancing. They're grinding, whatever. And that's another thing that died too. Grinding. Not that I was
Yes.
ever a big fan of that because it was kind of, I guess it's
Not
kind of
everyone
corny.
liked it back then either.
Yeah, right. It's like, okay, like
Mhm.
she gonna grind on me for like 3 songs, cool.
Yep. Now what?
Ooh. A bye person I never met or will ever see again.
She was just wasted. That's all.
Yeah, right. You're just having fun, yeah. But yeah, clubs to me are kind of corny unless you get like VIP.
Yeah.
That's like the only time it's sweet.
So like dive bars. That's my thing now.
Yeah, dive bar like bars.
Yeah.
Bars are cool. Like
I
you
like
go there with your
divey.
friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Clubs. Shout out to Fally Allen for kicking me out, by the way.
Why?
It was my fault.
What happened?
No,
What
it's
did you do?
It's my fault. It's my fault. It was the same night I fucked up Grand Marnier for myself.
Oh.
So last year, June 7th. I guess I remember the date because it was traumatic.
Yikes.
I went out. It was me and like 3 of our friends' birthdays. Not that day, that month. So we all decided on the June 7th to go out and have fun.
Right.
So we go out. I drink the most alcohol I've ever drunk in my life. Earlier that day, I had a wedding shoot out in Cattaraugus. Got a speeding ticket for 103 in the 65. Tried to evade the cops. Didn't, obviously.
Oh, good.
And if he would have gave me a breathalyzer, I would have been in jail because I had a bunch of wine and shit at that wedding. So, you know, sobering moment for me. Got home. I was sad. I was like, oh, maybe this ticket will be like 300 or something. I'm fine with that.
Right.
It ended up being like 800 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's steep.
And I'm not even done paying it because they make you do a driver assessment. Excuse me, driver assessment. You got to pay $150 a year for 2 years. To teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
No, I can't drive. I can't drive. What's it? Diner Dash.
Really?
Was it DoorDash?
DoorDash?
Can't drive DoorDash. They just told me today because of that. So that's
that
cool.
sucks.
Yeah. But we go out. Fally Allen. That's where we all decided to go to. I'm in there. He's like, yo, you guys are cool, whatever. It's one thing. Don't go in the garden behind the couches. All right, fine, cool. We're not going in the garden. It's like, they kicked my guy out. My boy Elijah and his girlfriend get kicked out. I immediately go out and get them, bring them back in. It's like, y'all not kicking them out or give me all my money back and we're going across the street.
Right.
All right, fine. Bring them in. My stupid ass. We had like bottles of champagne. We had bottle service. Cracked the bottle of champagne. Down that shit. And I also had a bunch of Taylor Port, which is like grape Henny, as my friends call it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, real good wine.
Yeah.
Tastes great. But I was sitting there pounding the shit. Like, why? Like, I can go back if I can go back in time. And like, what do you do? Like, what are you trying to prove? And why the fuck are you doing this? Like, so heavy. So long story short, you know, I go out there, dance with my friends. I come back. I sit on the couch because I was trying to sit the whole time. As soon as I sit down, I blacked out and I woke up in my bed.
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently between that time, I had sat down, talked to my friend Mark because he's sitting there trying to like babysit me almost, like help me out. He's like, yo, you're fucked up. You don't look good. Let me go get you another drink. I know you like cranberry vodka. So
Great,
he
more
gave me a
drink.
cranberry vodka, another.
No water.
Yeah, no water. And he was like, yo, apparently I told him, you gotta stay with me and keep me awake because no, I'm not good. So he stood there and he was like, yo, rap to me. I'm like, all right, fine. I don't remember any of this, by the way. Like, I couldn't go back in my mind and be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. I don't remember it. Just what people told me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they I never told this story on this podcast before either. But apparently I rapped to him about what was going on in the club. And
was it good?
I couldn't tell you. He'll probably say it was good because that's my guy. But I'm sure it was terrible. Like being incoherent. Like
at the time it was good.
Probably awful. Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. So apparently I go to the side behind the couches and I throw up in the garden.
You weren't supposed to go back there.
Wasn't supposed to go back there. You know, I'm hard-headed in my non-awake state.
And it threw you out.
Threw me out, yeah.
Well,
so he was
yeah.
like, he has to go.
Yep.
So a couple
Plus you threw up.
Yeah, and it threw up. So a couple people got me out, took me home. My brother gets to the door, scoops me up because he's strong as shit for some reason, throws me in my bed, and that's where I stayed. And shout out to my ex-girlfriend for staying there and make sure I didn't die.
Awesome.
Real one. That was super early in our relationship. We weren't
wow.
even like really together at that point.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. Crazy shit.
So you black out when you drink.
Yeah, the one time Any
think I
other
ever
time,
blacked out.
yeah, no, it was awful. Cause
I
like
bet.
I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
Yikes.
I was like, all I remember was sitting down on the couch.
God, the craziest thing I remember is my friends and I we used to do party promotions on the side.
Right.
And one time, this club we usually promoted was giving away free shots. We just had sushi, so it wasn't a good mix. So we got wasted. He called his one friend, come hang out with us. We were so wasted. We up on the train, passed out. He's in the middle. We're like laid out in a whole. It was like rush hour too, like happy hour time.
Yeah.
So I remember taking up the whole one section of the subway seats, and then we had at Washington Square Park for some reason. I don't know why I went down there. Supposed to go towards Queens, and I remember at nighttime, I was falling asleep. And I remember my friend saying, "Don't leave him here! Don't leave him here!" I was like, "I'm fine. Come back when you're done." Because they were arguing about something. I was like, "Whatever."
Right. Damn.
Then we came back to went back to my place in Queens. And I had the munchies. I went to across the street, get some fried chicken, some Kenny Fried Chicken. The best if you're ever in New York, Kenny Fried Chicken.
Okay.
It's so good. And I had some of that. My friend still passed out. Next morning, we got a call from our friends in Long Island. Go to a pool party. We go there. He's still hungover so bad he throws up on the platform. And an old lady steps in it. It was funny at the time. So, of course, when I get to the party, I gotta egg him on and tell everybody what happened.
Right, of course.
Like, I'm fine, he's not.
Right. Damn.
Yep. Back when we party like every single day.
Yeah.
And went back to another party next day.
That's wild.
Fun times.
There's time I lived with the guy Mark, who told me to rap to him. Me and a couple people from Best Buy, we moved in together. So, get out the house and all that. He wasn't even from Buffalo, so he was already on his own. He's from Newberry or Westbury, some Queensbury, some
Right, Woodbury or something.
No, it was Queens something.
Maybe Queens Village.
No, not New York City.
Oh,
someplace east of Buffalo, but like in New York.
Oh, okay. Westbury?
Wherever you're from, Mark, you know where I'm talking about.
Westbury.
Maybe.
That's the only Barry I can remember.
But I feel like it was Queens something. It was
Maybe.
Queensbury. Anyway, yeah, it's some place. They have like boats and shit, and it's on a lake.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But no, one night we had a bunch of Grand Marnier, and we're sitting there doing mad shots, shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. Zero food. Oh, and we had pizza.
Oh, good.
Real gross when I think about it. It was like bacon and pepperoni and like barbecue.
Kind of pizza?
There's barbecue sauce on it. Whatever. Shout out to Jess for making high food.
Major munchy food.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I was supposed to go like roll up weed, so I was going back to my room. We were in the kitchen, and me and him had like 5 consecutive back-to-back perfect high fives. We were like super like amped off that.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm about to go get the weed. So I go in there, and I have lights that change colors, and I keep my lights a weird like aura type of color, like purple, green. So I go in there, and I damn near get mesmerized by these lights. I'm like, oh, I feel sleepy.
Uh-oh.
Laid on the ground, and I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
I lay there for a good like 25-30 minutes. They got worried, so one of our roommates, Julian, came into my room. He's like, oh my fucking god.
Like, what are you doing?
Why are you laying on the ground? And I'm like, you gotta get out of here. What the fuck? And after that, they left. I was sitting there laughing. And I never came back out with the weed. I just got in bed.
You're over it.
I was like, yeah, I'm done. It's over.
Done.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't really hang when it comes to like heavy drinking.
No.
But I think that Drinks at 5 podcast, because we really started going hard after that June episode last year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so or the weird night when I got kicked out.
Oh yeah.
We started going crazy. And I was fine after that. We drank a lot of liquor. I never drunk as much as I did that night, though. That night was crazy. I had like I'll give you the rundown.
Okay.
So at the wedding, I had a giant glass of red wine, giant glass of white wine, 3 those little champagne shooters or whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they have like a giant thing of them, and you can just go pick them up.
Yep.
And pss, pss, pss.
Yep.
Just had that. Me and my friend Anthony, who I was shooting the wedding with, we had a shot of Jose. Some Jose.
That's not a good mix. All that.
No, it's not. Like I said, I have no like regard for myself for some reason when it comes to
Honestly.
this.
You stick with one.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, you can't mix clear and dark.
You
Yeah,
can't.
that's
You get
not
sick.
what it is. Then we had a beer.
Ugh.
I had a Stella. And then before I left, I got another shot of Jose. And then before that, it was 2 shots. It was Jose, and we had some other weird whiskey. And then as I was leaving, it was an open bar. So I'm not paying for this, so let me
Right.
get a shot
Help
of Jose.
yourself.
Boom. Get in the car, get the ticket, get home, pour like big ass things of Grand Marnier. Psst, psst. Like this size cup,
Mhm.
this glass is probably up to like right here.
Okay.
2 of those, which at the end of the day is really like that much
Mm-hmm.
or something around that. Ridiculous already.
A recharge.
Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So I go, my boys got the Taylor Port, and they're like, yo, we about to walk around the corner and just, chop it up and drink this. I'm like, all right, fine. Taking huge swigs of that. I mean, it's like 3 gigantic swigs. Because it was mad good. And I'm just like trying to get fucked up. We were we're partying. We got VIP and shit. We lit. So do that. Get inside the place. Had a beer from the bottle service.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Light is nothing.
Yeah.
Cracked a bottle of champagne. I'm sitting there pouring people drinks. Yo, you good? You good, bro? Let me get you some in your cup.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to be festive and be a good host and everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to smack this whole bottle of champagne to myself.
That's
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I damn near smacked the whole bottle of champagne to myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Put that down. Had another beer. Went to dance. And then that's when I blacked out. And apparently I had another cranberry vodka after that.
Ugh. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you think about it, that's a lot of fucking alcohol.
Yep.
And that's
I'm nauseous thinking about all that.
Yeah, right. All that mixture, literally every kind of alcohol you can think of, I had that
This
day.
is too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learned a lesson though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No. I would never do that again.
No.
Absolutely not. That cost me a lot that night.
I bet.
Yeah, that was.
Last time I mixed like that was St. Patrick's Day. It was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's hard when there's free drinks.
Right.
They offer you stuff. We had it at our store.
Friends are around and stuff.
Exactly. So actually, it was our first St. Patrick's Day at the shop. So I thought I'll just be open as all these people. Nobody came in. So 2:00, I'm getting ready to leave. My business partner Siobhan comes in with her friends. We usually had the party at her house, but decide, well, we had the store right there. We can just watch a parade. So I'm leaving. The whole party comes to the store. I'm like, okay, I'll stay. And one friend brought all his liquor, like flavored rum and stuff, or shots. It tastes like cotton candy and all this other good stuff that you just want more of.
Right.
So we're doing yes, it was so good. So we're doing shots here, shots there, different flavors, trying it all out. Then we had like the wine, the flavored beers and stuff. Then we had like a little bit of chips and pretzels, which didn't help very much.
Right.
And then we ended up at Savoy. Well, I don't know why I went to Savoy, because I was already drunk by the time we got on our way there.
Yeah.
And someone bought me a drink. I think I drank half of it, and I was like, I'm going home. And of course, the next day I'm working, and it was like death.
Yeah.
Head is pounding. No one's coming in. I'm like, why am I here?
Right. That's the worst.
It's the worst. Especially when hangovers last longer than one day.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like,
man.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, something to look forward to, huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's why.
Damn.
The older you get, the less you want to drink.
Right.
You know your limit.
Oh, that you mean that like comes with age, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You don't drink as much as you do in your 20s.
Oh.
Trust me, I had that. Did it. Been there.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Oh, you're still young.
Yeah, I have some ways to go then.
Still young. Once you hit 30, that's like, okay, cut back. Then you start to know your limit.
Right. Yeah.
1 or 2, okay. Eat something, okay, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you're not like plastered.
Right. Yeah, that's
Passing
wild.
out and throwing up.
Yeah,
In
right.
public.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thrown
in
out.
public, yeah.
Yeah.
Making a mockery of myself. Right. Very embarrassing.
Yep.
You ever had cotton candy grapes?
Cotton candy grapes. Real grapes or cotton candy that tastes like grapes?
No, real grapes, and they taste like cotton candy. I think they're called like
No.
moondrop grapes or something
heard
like
of
that. Yeah, they sell them at Wegmans.
No, I never heard of that.
They're really good if you like grapes.
I do.
Yeah, that's
And cotton candy.
yes.
Right.
And put them together, and it's like, what is this?
That's so weird.
Yep.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's I think it's fine. Yeah, it tastes good.
Okay.
That's all you need to really.
Tastes like candy.
No, yeah, you know, something light.
Yeah, something different.
You like spicy stuff?
Love spicy stuff.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think you would say yes.
Why?
Because a lot of people don't.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I do. I put hot sauce in most everything. And
Oh.
seasonings too.
Okay. Now here's the real question.
Sure.
Do you like super hot stuff?
I will
like
try super
habanero
hot.
peppers.
I have tried it.
Did you like it?
Not when it's burning my tongue now.
Okay.
I like it enough where it's like spicy.
Right.
My eyes are watering. Cool. If my tongue's burning, no.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know why your tongue burns?
No.
So, capsaicin actually releases it's an enzyme inside the pepper. This is the thing that makes you feel hot. But when it's over a certain level, it sends the pain receptors in your mouth, wherever that pepper touch, is the same signal that would give off that something's on fire,
Oh yeah.
like real fire. So that's why it's so fucking hot, is because like your brain thinks your mouth is on fire. It's like, this is the
Yes.
appropriate action. Like, you need to do something about this right now. Your mouth is on fire.
Right.
And you can't, because
No.
it's just in there. It's oil. It's
It's horrible. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
my neighbors, actually my cousin's house, the neighbors had like these really hot peppers, hottest one you can think of, as a dare. So we tried it. I think I licked it and my tongue was burning.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to try that chip one, the contest.
Oh, those are easy.
Really?
No, smack those.
Oh,
Yeah,
I should
I'll
try
eat a
that
bunch
then.
of those. Yeah, there's nothing.
No, just
The
like the one
Pocky
chip.
one chip thing.
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Ugh, wimps.
Right. I've had like the super duper hot bag or whatever they say. Like, this is the hottest bag of all time.
It's
It's
not.
like, okay. We were eating ghost pepper chips at work at one point. It's supposed to be super hot. They taste great.
Mm-hmm.
Not really hot at all.
Yeah.
I remember giving my boy Ian. He started fucking dying. He's like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, dude, you gotta chill. It's not that hot.
I guess if you're
We've-
used to
we've-
hot stuff, you probably won't be as bad.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm terrible with hot stuff still.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, my boy Doug brought in some dried habanero peppers, and he was giving them to people to eat, and he kind of like set the school on fire with those. Like,
Wow.
I was one of the people who ate one at lunchtime. I was like, oh, I'm not swallowing this. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And literally from, I want to say like, we went to lunch at probably like 1:30 or something like that, to when I got to my grandparents' house. She lived right across the street, damn near, from the school. Like 4 or so. That's when it stopped burning.
Wow.
4 or 5, yeah. It
Yeah.
was awful, and I didn't swallow it. I spit it out, but
If it was still burning.
yeah, like, I don't know if it was because it was old and dried or something, but oof.
Ugh.
This kid Darian was like sweating bullets. I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" He was
Mhm.
like, "It's hot." That's all he could get out. And he's running to the bathroom, like running from the lunchroom.
Mm-hmm.
I get down there, they're sitting eating these peppers. This one kid, James, he sat there and ate one. He's like, "Oh, it's not hot." I was
Yeah.
like, "You're fucking lying. I see your face turning beet red right now. You're sweating. It's hot to you. Don't try to act cool."
Mm-hmm.
He'll
It's
probably say
fine.
still like, "Oh yeah, no, it wasn't hot, dude. Oh, you're just wimps."
No.
Okay.
You ever do wasabi?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I put wasabi on sushi and stuff like that.
Love it.
Yeah. But you know the crazy thing about wasabi is it's not really wasabi.
What is
It's
it?
like the taste. It's just like garlic powder and some other hot stuff that they put, and then like a tiny percent is the essence of what wasabi really is. Real wasabi grows on like a mountain. In very weird conditions. Like, it has to be like filtered through these rocks, and it's weird. It's on a mountain, but like once you cut it, you have like, I think 10 minutes or something like that to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real wasabi, like the plant itself. Let me look it up really
This whole
quick.
time, I always thought wasabi was that stuff.
Yeah, it's the taste. Like, the taste is what, you know, it's supposed to be,
Oh, good.
or at least as close as possible. It's like $250 for like one of these things. Like, that's what it is. It's this.
Wow.
And so they take that and they grind it on this thing, and that's the real wasabi.
Yeah, that's how it
The
looks.
wasabi paste, yeah. And the stuff they have, like this stuff, little green paste.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not what that is. It's
Huh.
as close as possible they could get to it. So I guess they use like powder, and then they add in like all the other stuff.
This whole time I thought that was it.
Right, that's what I thought too. And I
Wow.
watched like a documentary on it, and I was like, oh shit,
Huh.
we've been lied to.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's it grows in like one spot on Earth, and that's why you're not getting the real shit, because
Oh, that
it's
makes
so
sense.
scarce. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Wild stuff when you really go and dig.
Oh, I know. Might as well just like, oh, how is this made? Those TV shows?
Hmm.
Those are always crazy.
Yeah, I love those.
Yep.
Do you watch a lot of like educational stuff? Do you watch TV?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I asked that because like I stopped watching TV and I only watch YouTube now,
Oh, yeah?
and it's not like, what's up guys? This is blah blah blah. I don't watch that stuff at all.
Thank
I
you.
watch a lot of Rare Earth. I watch Rare Earth, Curse Gazad, like educational stuff, like things that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
And that's why like I know about this. And,
Right.
Why why capsaicin makes you feel like your mouth is on fire, like it's a real fire and stuff like
Right.
that. All from YouTube. He thinks, oh, the
Yeah.
internet is nothing. Like,
I like
I learned a
historical
lot.
stuff, like how is this made?
Right.
Weird places in Earth, like undiscovered places.
Right.
That sort of thing.
You ever hear of Go Blacky Tepe?
No.
Go Blacky Tepe is a ancient site. It's a dig site, and what they found there was it was a civilization that was intentionally buried by the people who made it. So it's like temples and a huge like city,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know why they buried it. It's really interesting. You should look into
Is that
it.
the one near St. Louis?
Mm-mm.
Because there's an ancient city, looks like pyramids, just outside of St. Louis.
Really?
They say it kind of resembles the pyramids in Egypt.
Oh shit! No,
Yep.
I didn't know about that one.
Yep.
Let me get this out of here.
And then I think in China there's something else like that. It's all mountains now, but it's all like fenced off and private.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But is it the same thing?
A lot of places have pyramids.
Yep.
It's in Göbekli Tepe is in Turkey.
But at the same time as the actual pyramids, right?
What this
The-
place?
Yeah, the time period.
Probably. I don't know exactly how old, but like this is what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
So they dug all that up. This was all buried, and they don't know why they buried it.
That is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hiding something.
Yeah. Oh,
Probably.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably didn't want like other civilizations to get their tech or something like that.
Who knows?
Who really knows at the end of the day? It's all gone.
The only place I do want to visit is Pompeii.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty interesting.
They're saying
It's-
the culture there was like very liberal,
Right,
ahead of its time.
right.
The way they all lived back then
Hmm.
in that city.
Yep. They it's weird because Pompeii, like some of the people got vaporized standing up, and they're
Yeah.
still there.
Yep.
Wild.
I
Imagine
know.
that being like a tourist site, a tourist attraction. Is just you like
Not knowing you're running or something, or yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
They said people were trying to like hide. They thought they were safe, and then they're just found there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. It's some wild shit.
That is.
They say the Yellowstone volcano is like very overdue for a huge explosion.
Yep.
And if that happened, it would be a nuclear winter.
That's scary to think about.
It is because you would think having it be so far away from us now, like it would affect us here
Oh yeah.
because
whole
it would,
country,
it
even the
would
world.
change the whole climate of the world's greenhouse effect.
Yep.
Much all that ash is in the air, and then like, I think they said like 50 or 100-mile radius, like everything would be just under lava.
Yep.
That's a huge fucking space
Yep.
to have that just all evaporate. But it's in Wyoming, where it's pretty sparsely, populated.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if that did happen, people could leave.
Yeah. They get a head warning.
But of course, I'm sure people would stay, just like they do for hurricanes.
Yep.
And they,
We're gonna wing
we're gonna
it."
wait it out. You're not waiting out lava.
There's nowhere
It's
to
going to
go.
get you.
Yeah.
You might be able to do it with a hurricane because it's water and wind,
Yep.
and even that's not smart
Yeah,
because you
lava's
bring
gonna
the sea
burn
on
everything.
land. Yeah.
Yep, and the ashes too. You're gonna choke on that.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like your air is not going to be breathable after a while, so
I know.
it's over.
Yep.
But yeah, man, there's
Crazy
a lot of
stuff.
shit that could end the world. I was just watching the History Channel has this thing on YouTube. It's like Earth-ending disasters.
Mm-hmm.
One was on massive coronal ejection, which is like a giant solar flare that would come to the Earth and fry all the electronics. There's also one about like what if a rogue planet hit the Earth? It would destroy the Earth. There's no way you could live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant tsunamis. All this stuff is like very real. It could happen. Maybe not rogue planet, but who knows?
Solar one, yeah.
Yeah, the solar one is definitely going to happen at some point.
It could.
And no, they said it will happen because it happened in the early 1800s, or no, whenever the telegraph was just made. Yeah, it hit Earth and it fried all the telegraphs, but that was all we had for electricity. Yeah, so it didn't really cause like crazy mass panic or anything like that. But now, since everything is run off electricity, people would go crazy,
especially social media and all that.
Oh God.
Yep. People would be mad.
Not even that. Just imagine all the people on life support.
Yeah.
Immediately done. Yep. People who rely on like the elevators to get from like floor 50 to the bottom.
Oh, I know. That would suck.
That's over. Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So you got anything else you want to talk about, man?
I don't know. I'm thinking. Oh, we also have events coming up at the store.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So this Sunday we have Ascension Sundays. Okay. It's gonna be a live band from 7 till 9, and then let me check my calendar because sometimes I forget things.
Yeah. Do you do that every Sunday, or is it just this Sunday coming up?
They rotate different venues every other week. So this coming Sunday is gonna be our store.
Gotcha.
At Trend at Miss Eye Candy. There's a $5 admission fee, but then it's like food, drinks included, and discounts in the store.
Dope.
Also January 31st we have a showcase, 7 till 9. It's like an artist showcase.
Okay.
And then February 7th, first Friday, we have another one. That's going to be an art show with Sir Amazing.
Wait, did you say it's February 1st?
I'm sorry, February 7th.
7th, okay.
Yep. The first is a Saturday. So Friday, that first Friday.
Okay.
And then I think that's it. Those things coming up. And then we do rent outer space too for events.
Oh, do you?
So in case your audience doesn't know that, we do rent it out. We've done pop-up shops, book signing release parties, anything really. Private parties.
Oh, okay.
Because there's so much space in there.
Dope.
So
very cool.
If you want to rent out a party, it can fit like 50, 60 people at most.
Right.
20, 30 for more room to walk around in. Mm-hmm. You can bring a DJ if you want.
Right.
And just hit me up, Giovanni, or trendupstore.com. Contact information's right there.
Instagram.
Yeah, or just stop in the store.
Right.
See me or Siobhan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, man. I have one more question.
Sure.
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably why your dog likes me.
Right.
My foot the whole time.
Have you ever heard of a pangolin?
The penguin?
Pangolin.
Pangolin. No, what is that?
It is a spiny anteater. It's a crazy looking animal. I'm pulling up a picture of it right now. Ooh, here's one.
Where are they from?
They live in Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
They're very endangered too because people hunt them and eat them and use their scales for like medicine, but there's no like scientific proof that it actually helps anything.
Wow. It's kind of creepy yet cool looking.
Right? They roll up in a ball, they like dig, they rip stone out of the earth. They're crazy little things.
It's like little dinosaurs.
Right.
Wow.
I always love to show people that just because like no one knows what it is. Like when I found out about it, I was like, the hell is this?
Yeah.
And now it's become like one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, so I like to show people that. But that's it. Random weird thing. You know.
I like that. Now I know something about it.
Yeah, there you go. Learn something new every day.
Exactly.
Yes. But thank you for coming, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This has been Something New, episode 14. Open up with Giovanni Centurione.
Almost had it.
Giovanni Centurione from Trend Up Store on Allen. What's the address again?
85 Allen.
85 Allen. Go check him out. He's got some dope stuff in there. I've been in there a couple times.
Thank you.
Very good vibe. Thanks for tuning in, man. We'll see you later.
All right.